NBA 2K24 Community Day was just a few days ago, and the 2K creators are allowed to upload gameplay of 2K24 today. Yo, could we get 1,000 likes on this video for this 2K24 gameplay? Drop a like, man. I think 2K24 is going to be phenomenal. Sadly, Hingy the mother loving horsey was not invited to Community Day. I have not been to a Community Day since 2K20. That was the only one I went to. I was very grateful. It was an amazing time. But since I didn't get to go to Community Day this year, I will be going over a few creators' gameplay videos and breaking a lot of stuff down for you guys, such as dribbling, adrenaline, the speed boosting, these badges, the green windows on dunks, new takeovers. There is a lot of stuff to go over, guys. Now, before I get into this video, I want to give a massive shout out to Joe Knows, Chico Philo, and Double H. I will be using their gameplay in this video. Go subscribe to all of them. All of their links are in the description. Now let's get right into it. So from a lot of people's videos, it looks like there was a pretty decently sized nerf to left righting. When you try to do certain left right speed boosts, they are a little bit slow. Now I don't know if it's just because they don't have the right dribbling packages, because they're using certain NBA players and not using the right NBA players, but there is a few clips that I did see of Ja Morant right here. He has a very fast speed boost animation, and I'm not gonna lie, Ja Morant's SIGs were looking very glitchy as well. It looks like he has a lot of very glitchy combos. Now right here we have a speed boost from Donovan Mitchell. It looks very fast actually. It would definitely catch players off guard because you do the one little crossover to the left and then you just burst really fast to the right. So they're gonna think you're going the one way, and then out of nowhere you just burst really fast the opposite direction. Now here we have a clip of Coleman using Giannis, and he is going lightning fast. I don't think I've seen an NBA player speed boost like this. But then Mike Wang does confirm that this is Damian Lillard's dribble style and it was a bug, and he's going to fix it before they release the full game. So don't worry, we do not need to fear people that are 7 foot being able to dribble that fast. It was only a bug at Community Day where Giannis had Damian Lillard's dribble moves, and they are going to fix that. Now you will still be able to do this move, you just won't be able to put it on like a 7 foot player, probably like 6'4" and under, maybe like 6'7" and under. Now let's get into the adrenaline system. So 2K24, the adrenaline is very different than how it is in 2K23. As you can see, Joe is dribbling a lot with Ja Morant, and he doesn't lose any adrenaline until he drives, and when he drives he loses 1 bar because the defender bumps him. Now as you can see, he's dribbling again with Kobe. He's dribbling a lot, he's spamming moves, he momentums twice, he doesn't lose any bars. But when he drives and gets body bumped, that's when he loses an adrenaline bar. So I think that's a very good change from 2K. As you can see, he has 2 bars right now. He's driving, he shoves off the defender, and he doesn't lose a bar here. He does not lose adrenaline. That's because he has Bulldozer on silver. As you can see, he has 2 bars, he drives, and he shoves the defender out of the way. So I assume if you win the 1v1 here, like say like either the defender will bump you and make you pick up your dribble or something, or you will push the defender out of the way. If you have Bulldozer and you push the defender out of the way, like you win that little matchup right there, you won't lose an adrenaline bar. If you shove them out of the way, you're chilling. Now there's lots of other finishing badges that will help you not lose adrenaline bars as well, such as physical handles. It says it lessens the chance of being bothered by defenders on the perimeter while dribbling. That will also work with Bulldozer as well, and I feel like it'll help you not lose your adrenaline too. So on the left, Joe loses his adrenaline. On the right, he does not lose his adrenaline. I believe both times Bulldozer popped up, but he got body blocked on the left, and on the right he blew past him. Now look here, he has 2 adrenaline bars, he gets past him, Bulldozer pops up, but he loses an adrenaline bar. So that's very confusing and somewhat misleading. It seems like sometimes you still could lose an adrenaline bar. I think it's because if you see very closely, his stamina is getting a lot lower. I think that only will happen if your stamina is going down, or it still could just have something to do with him getting bumped. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's because his stamina is getting a little bit lower. Now there's another finishing badge called Big Driver that increases the chance of a blow by when attacking close to the basket. There is lots of badges that will help you with blow bys, so it seems like it could be a very good year for finishing in 2K. So now he's using Damian Lillard, alright? He has his 3 adrenaline bars, he's trying to dribble. He's getting blocked a little bit as well. I mean, he crabs Devin Booker here. There's a lot of body contact. He doesn't lose any adrenaline. Same thing, he's all over Devin Booker. He's bumping him up. Right now, he creates a little bit of space. It looks like he doesn't lose any adrenaline unless you're literally holding forward, driving to the basket, and the opposing player is like cutting you off basically. It looks like that's the only way you'll lose adrenaline. Yeah, so it's looking like you only really lose your adrenaline if you're driving to the paint and the defender is like body blocking you, bumping you up basically. Now ankle breakers really weren't that crazy the past few 2Ks. As you can see here, he's dribbling with Curry versus LaMelo and he breaks his ankles. I didn't expect to see this without takeover at Community Day. That is crazy. In a quick match? I assume he doesn't have like Hall of Fame ankle breaker and Hall of Fame dribbling badges. They're probably like gold or whatever. But as well, every single player dribbles very different. Kyrie dribbles very different from Ja Morant. Kevin Durant dribbles differently. As you can see, everyone has their own style because of pro play. Now, I don't know how pro play will translate into the park, but with these specific NBA players with all of their specific dribble moves, it looks very cool. It looks very smooth. Everything chains together very well. It's very nice and refreshing to see a bunch of players dribble very differently in 2K. So hopefully everyone uses different dribble moves in the park instead of everyone using the same exact ones. Right here, this is another very interesting dribble move, okay? So we have the blowout dribble move, which is when Curry basically throws the ball forward and then he combos that into a Curry slide. This is Spillboy from NBA 2K Lab. If you're wondering who did this, by the way, he went to Community Day as well. Now that blowout dribble move, it definitely looks like it could get stolen. Curry's looks a lot different than Giannis. His went a lot faster, but also it looked a lot safer. Curry's, it also looks very interesting. It could be useful. You just have to make sure you use it at the right time, I would say. Now let's get into the defense. So supposedly the defense is a lot better in 2K. As you can see, you can definitely bump your defender a lot. I mean, it's a computer versus a human being right here, so we can't really judge too much. But this is the first time I have seen someone make a 50% contested shot. Now, I'm not sure if it's because he's playing on pro. I don't know if it's pro or Hall of Fame. I think it might actually be Hall of Fame, but that is very crazy. Now, defense-wise, it does look like paint defense got a very significant improvement. As you can see, he's just walling up. He doesn't jump. He's playing good defense on the defender, and they do not make a contested layup. Now, this is something people have been complaining about a lot in 2K23 and previous 2Ks, where people would be able to mash extremely easily. Now, hopefully they fix that this year. Now, for steals, you still are able to pickpocket people. As you can see, Kobe has glove on gold. It's not like he doesn't have glove on a high badge level, or he doesn't have a high steal rating. He has a 95 steal with gold glove. It should be easy for him to get steals like that. But now with all of these new defensive badges like right stick ripper, where you can steal easier with the right stick, or 94 feet, where you can press people up the court easier, bump them up, and it drains their adrenaline. It'll drain their stamina. That with a high steal rating, good defensive rating, and if you have glove as well, you should be able to rip people all year. Now let's talk about rim running. So for rim running, we have a lot of new badges. We have blow by, we have physical handles, and worst of all, we have bulldozer. So it seems like if you have all of these badges on Hall of Fame or gold, even silver, probably even bronze, they all work very effectively. Now, if you have a very high strength rating, say for example, you have like a 90 plus strength, you should be able to blow past defenders with ease if you are a big player. Now, if you're a small player, the badges that cater to you are really like speed booster and badges like that, because you won't really be able to blow past players and finish at the rim easier if you're like 6 feet. Now, if you're 6'7", for example, and you make like a rim running build that can shoot a tiny bit, you're gonna want to try to get those rim running badges on gold potentially. Bulldozer, blow by, and physical handles, these badges are crazy. There's also another badge called 2-step that helps you make Euro step or cradle dunks and layups as well. As you can see, I've never seen this animation. There used to be the hop step dunks from 2K20, but now you can literally Euro step dunk over someone and it'll help you do that easier. Now let's get into dunk timing. So 2K has made it very clear that dunking and finishing, layups, all of that will be an even higher skill gap than ever this year. So as you can see, he's going up with Kobe. He has an open dunk. It's pretty open. Do you see how big that green window is? It should be very easy to make that dunk. Now Mike Wang has suggested that you play with your layup timing on and your meter on so that you can time your layups easier, and seeing your meter of course helps with that as well. You can see the green window, you can see when to release your dunk or layup. It makes it a lot easier. Now as you can see on the left, Joe is going up with a contested dunk and the green window is basically non-existent. It's still possible to green it. It's very, very hard though. There's like a 5% chance probably that he greens that. Compared to the one on the right, it's very wide open. The green window is humongous. So there's probably like a 95% chance that you make that. You would have to try very hard to miss that. You guys have to remember as well, this game is green or miss. You have to green jump shots and dunks or layups, otherwise you miss. So somebody tweeted, according to Mike Wang, with the pure green window, it is possible to hit any shot that is not 100% smothered. Now Mike Wang quoted this today and said, I should add that the window shrinks exponentially for lower rated and lower badged players. So yes, it is possible to green very contested dunks and layups or even shots, but it's going to be a very, very slim chance, and the green window might look like it's bigger when you're going up with it, but if the shot gets more contested over time, the green window will shrink. As you can see in this other tweet from Mike Wang, he said, one note on shot, layup, dunk, meter, green windows. They constantly fluctuate over the course of the shot based on the defense evaluation. So it may look like you're stopping the bar in the green window, but the window shrinks a frame later and you can miss. So this means if you have a humongous green window and then someone comes out of nowhere and contests your shot even more, like I said, the green window will shrink, but it might not look like it. So obviously for dunks and layups, even shots, what we have to take into account is your finishing badges and the opponent's defensive badges. As you can see, Giannis is going up for a contested dunk, but Giannis, he probably has good finishing badges. Now his green window is ginormous. Also, you have to take into account his height, so the shot might be a little more open. It'll be easier for him to dunk that. LeBron, he has wide open dunks. The green window is ginormous, even if it's a contact dunk, because it's LeBron. Now 2K did also buff standing layups apparently. As you can see, Jokic is going up over Bam, and the standing layup green window is ginormous. You see how big this is? It's not like he's going up over a baby. He's going up over Bam, and the window is huge. Like, standing layups should be very easy. Now Shaq, he drop steps his defender as well. Before he's even ready to go up with it, it already shows you how big the green window is. His defender is nowhere near him. He should make that 100 times out of 100. I don't think he should miss this. You'd have to try to miss it, like I said. Now, as you can see, Kobe is going up for a layup from the free throw line. It's Kobe, so the green window should be ginormous. He has good badges, good ratings. Now, this is contested by 2 people, and he greens it. Finishers will have a ball this year. It seems very easy to finish as long as you know how to time your release. Now, let's get into post scoring for 2K24. Post scoring has been very broken the past 2Ks forever, since like 2K17. It's been very, very busted, all right? Now, Joe knows, he says himself, that he believes 2K24 will have crazy post scoring.
But here's where it starts to get really glitchy, and why I'm thinking post scores this year might be something vicious. Can't talk about builds yet. Once we get into the builder videos, we'll talk about post scores more in depth. But
now look at this clip. He post hops with Jokic. There's essentially 3 people around him. I mean, they have late contests, but there is 3 people surrounding him. And you see the space that he creates with Jokic as well. Now imagine you have all the SIGs you want on your post score, all these Hall of Fame badges, your 7'3" max wingspan. You're gonna be unstoppable. I do not want to promote this. I do not condone this. I hate post scores. They're very broken. 2K needs to nerf them. I don't know why they're still this overpowered, but it looks like they will be very glitched. And from what Joe said, it seems like he might be making a post score build when 24 comes out. Now in this clip also, he throws Bam Adebayo without takeover. He doesn't have takeover. he throws him out of the way. It's not like that little spin where post scorers would throw guards out of the way in previous 2Ks when they have takeover. He's throwing bam without takeover. Imagine post scorers in takeover. This game will be destroyed. Now, I don't know if 2K fixed ghost contests or if this is just not meant to be, but KD, as you can see, he shoots over this defender. This defender is in his face. In some previous 2Ks, this would be a contest. This wouldn't be wide open, but this shot is wide open. He puts his hand up late, and that says wide open. He greens it. In previous 2Ks, that could possibly be anything from like 0 to a 40%. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind this. I think it's great. You need to play defense. You need to get a hand up. No more ghost contests. So in 2K23, the shot timing visual cue, there was very early, late, and very late. Now, people used whatever they wanted. Most of them used early or late. But in 2K24, for the shot timing visual cue, there is release, push, jump, and set point. There is 4 new timings. I feel like jump or release would be the easiest ways to time your shot, because when you jump, maybe it'll be like right when you reach the peak of your jump, and the release, it'll be right when you're about to release the ball. I don't know much about set points or about push. I don't know how those two would work, but it would be worth to probably try all of them whenever you touch 2K24. Now we have clips from Chico Philo dribbling in 2K24. He also went to Community Day. Drop him a sub. His link is in the description. Now, he tried to speed boost left right with Steph Curry. As you can see, there is no significant boost with this animation. Now, I don't know if it's just this animation or if they nerfed speed boosting, but I did see with certain other players, they have a few very glitchy speed boost animations. I don't know if they nerfed most moves like this so that you can't spam the left to right. I feel like that's a very good thing. They should diversify the dribble moves. Everyone should use different dribble moves, dribble differently. Not everyone should just spam left, right, left, right. It is a very boring way to play, and it doesn't look flashy, it doesn't look cool. I don't like that. So I'm glad that 2K nerfed the left to right. But one thing that they added back that we don't want back is the walk back. As you can see, he is running forward and then walking backwards, catching the AI off guard. Now, this move works a lot versus real human beings also. You just run and then you walk backwards whenever you want. It catches them off guard. They think you're going to drive to the paint. You're not going to drive to the paint. You just walk back to the 3-point line. Now, I remember 2K did nerf this move a lot in the past. Hopefully, they didn't intend for this to be in the game and they nerf it, they remove it, because the walk back is very OP. Now, this is the crab. If you guys remember, you could crab people in previous 2Ks. You basically get in front of them, you do a dribble move, and then it will keep them behind you. Now, he can't grab the AI because the AI is just sag off. They play between you and the hoop. But if you're going against a real human being, you can do this specific little crossover move and get them stuck behind you, which is still in the game. So here's one more thing about adrenaline I want to go over real quick. So Chico is left righting with Curry. He has all of his adrenaline bars. He does not lose it, but he does not show when he runs out of stamina. So when Double H is dribbling here, doing the same thing, once he runs a little more out of stamina, he starts to lose adrenaline. He loses his adrenaline bars, and eventually when he barely has any stamina, all of the adrenaline bars are gone. Now, 2K did say you're only supposed to lose adrenaline when you drive and get bumped by the defender. I don't really think it looked like he got bumped by the defender, but now in this clip, he gets bumped by the defender a tiny bit. His stamina is running a little bit low. He already lost 2 bars, which looks a little crazy. And then he fully runs out of stamina here, and there goes that last adrenaline bar. So I guess it makes sense as well. Once you're running very low on stamina, you will start losing your adrenaline regardless if the defender is bumping you or not. So one thing Double H also said is that there is new takeovers. So there's a defense and rebounding one, there's a playmaking and passing one, there's a shooting for all shooting things takeover, and then there's a slashing / post scoring takeover, and then there's another new one that is physical takeover. Now, if you guys remember, 2K said you no longer pick your takeover when making your player. You get your takeover based off of how you're playing in the game. So if you can get a physical takeover, that'll boost your speed, acceleration, your stamina. That could be very glitchy. Now, that is all for the 2K24 content we received today. Shout out to Joe Knows Double H and Chico. Subscribe to all of them. I use their clips in this video. 2K24, we will go absolutely crazy. I promise I will post very consistently. It looks like this game will be a blast. It seems like it will be a breath of fresh air. It looks like there's a lot of new things in 2K, and I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. Let me know what you guys like about the new 2K, what you don't like about it, what type of build you guys are gonna make. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, turn those noties on. We're getting Park and My Career news tomorrow, so turn those noties on so you don't miss out, and I will see you next time, man.